we we should never, and we have no business enabling. There is so much truth out there that we don't want to admit. There is so many things that don't really matter that we have tried really hard to make sure that they matter and they are part of our everyday life for some reason. And the little things that really do matter have been overlooked, and sometimes it's like they people put a high price on them. I don't know if you understand. Like, we are made to believe that in order to attain certain things, we have to have a certain amount of money. I don't know if that makes sense. That's what I've been saying these days, and it's so crazy that we are made to believe that money brings happiness. And at the end of the day, money actually is just a currency, a form of trade. That's all it is. We could literally use some other method, some other way like we used to do in the olden days, and we were just fine. But somehow we have normalized things that I don't know. I feel like we would pass away chasing things that we will never ever catch. I don't know if that makes sense. And that scares me a lot. Like, I feel like we're a generation of people that literally doesn't understand the purpose of us being here on earth. And to some extent, I feel like it's a spiritual thing. It's a religious thing, regardless of the religion that you believe in. It's like that. And I just feel like the life we're living has become too much of a routine. It's too freaking predictable. Even the way we as human act, it has become so predictable. It's scary. I can literally predict somebody's action from just a little bit of push, from a little bit of pushing. I could do something and I just know this person is gonna react like this. I just freaking know. And it's it is so freaking crazy. Like, hi, what has the world come to? I wish I lived in the century back then before this technological advancement, this modernization and whatnot. I really wish I lived in that era just to see how much of their brains, or how much of my brain would I have possibly used. Because the way this life is, it is so predictable. It's like you wake up, you eat. If you're working, you go to work, and then you come back, you sleep. It's like that every single day. It doesn't even get interesting. You don't even get to do the things you're supposed to enjoy. Why? Did Are we really created to just have a routine that literally depends on survival? It is so crazy. I don't know if I'm the only one who has these thoughts, guys. I can't be on earth just to be a routine human. Wake up, eat, work, and not enjoy my life. Because at the end of the day, you already know that regardless of you having a job, regardless of you trying to survive, regardless of you suffering, we are all going to the same place, right? We are all, one way or another, we are all going to die. That much is obvious. So, why are we trying so very hard to chase things that really don't matter and not enjoy the things that really matter? To me, honestly speaking, the things that really matter is my kids. My kids matter. Hi, everybody. My kids matter like crazy. I want to spend every single um moment with them. Um, you were here yesterday. The weather today is better. Let me show you. Um, this is the weather. See, this is outside. I'm in my room. The weather today is a bit better, but it looks like it might rain. I don't know. So anyway, the things that matter the most to me is my kids. Like I want to spend as much waking moment as I could with them. I don't care about much in this world. Like every waking moment, if I could with my kids, I would. My dad passed away while I was still young. We were very young when my dad passed. And we did. The tank is like, we did. We did. We studied so much. We did. Like the only moments that I remember from from when he was alive, it was the time that he spent with us. It was the things that he taught us. Even gardening comes from my dad. My love for nature comes from my dad. My dad loved nature stuff. He would take us to the forest with with we had a garden near the river that side. So now that he's gone, he has been gone for close to 17 or 18 years. He passed while I was like 10, I think. I remember those moments. Yes, he was there. He was involved financially. My dad used to be very generous with money. Yeah, he was very generous. But the things that I remember is the time he spent with us, the happiness that he he brought into our life with that, and I know life is too short. Hi, Terence. I understand that life is too short, and I don't want my kids to remember me as I was just a material mom. I want my kids to remember all those moments that we spent together. Those are the important things to me. I don't want to be a routine mom and be like, yes, I do want to improve my kids' life financially, but at the same time, I don't want to work very hard to that extent that I don't get to spend time with the people that matter to me the most. Because I am working hard for those people, and what really matters to me is I get to see them smile, I get to spend time with them. I'm content. It doesn't even take, that's why it doesn't even take. Oh, Daddy, 30. Ma'am, you have done a good job. You have done a good job. Wow. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. You know what, Terence? It's just that you said you don't. If you wanna, I've said this before. If you want to like connect with me on a more personal, intimate way, go to my Facebook account. I've said this. It's under the same name as here on YouTube. You won't even get lost. Same thing. You know what? I don't know if I'm a good mom. I try to be a good mom. I really try. I want to be a mom that teaches values, that teaches my kids morals. We're living in the world where morals and principles, they just, mm, yes. This is not a towel. My daughter is on the back. It's on my back. She has flu, I think, so she can't sleep on the bed. So I'm just she's here. So I want to be the mom that is like I teach my kids the most important things, manners. I want them to be grown ups that are that have manners like crazy. Um, oh, I should be fine. you know, and I I want my kids, all of them, to be people who will be sympathetic. I've met kids who were just rude. Have you ever met a child who was just so rude to an extent that the mom just watches while their kid is rude? Have you ever met that? And later on, that child grows up to be a very, very terrible grown up. And people will just people will just turn a blind eye to it, and others will, and most of the time the people who suffer are the people who did not grow up with this person. It usually happens, like the wife will definitely suffer because some people, or the wife or the husband, one way or another, and kids not having principles. Terrence is raising a good point. um it's kids everywhere. I come from the villages, right? A lot of kids here, they drink, they smoke. Underage kids, I'm talking about kids as little as 10 years old, they're drinking, they're smoking. My dad used to drink, my dad used to smoke occasionally, and he only drink here at home. My brothers do drink, but occasionally. Sometimes they will even not drink on occasions. So they can go about a year or two or three without drinking. I do not drink. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Pretty much I'm an introvert, you see. But the kids these days, mm, the kids these days, and I get scared for my own kids that even if I try to make sure that they're principled and they have morals, sometimes the outside world is brutal. One way or another, they are going to be exposed to it. Terence is saying that traditional values also solve things, but we're getting away from. We are being modernized. The more we move from the traditional way of doing things to the modern way, as we put it, the modern way of doing things, we are losing morals. We are losing principles, and we're having a lot of access to things that kids should not have access to, like say cell phone, for example. um I don't know about this take, but I don't think kids have a business of having a cell phone. I know most of you wouldn't agree with me, but I'm 29 this year, so it's not that far when I was a kid. Right? Um, I remember, well, in 2010, the years South Africa hosted the World Cup in 2010, right? Wait. Terence says the Bible says, train up the child the way he should go. When they get older, they should. Yes, you are very right. It's like they say you can't teach an old dog a new trick. Exactly like that. Yeah, you can't teach an old dog a new trick. So there's no way that if you try to shape up your kids later on their years, you won't be regretted. You won't be rewarded. You definitely be rewarded. What? Wamanda! Yo, I'm worried. I'm like supervising the kids, so I'm making sure that they're still here. I literally even forgot what I was saying before Terrence's message. But we should do all that we can for kids. We should. I know there there is a lot that we can't do. There is a lot that we can control. Oh yeah, I just remember what I wanted to say. Um, while I was in grade eight, I was like 13 or 14 years old, I think. I did not have any cell phone, right? And I remember this one child brought a cell phone at school. When he bought that cell phone at school, um, He was playing videos that I, he had no business saying. And he was playing videos that, oh my God, Terrence, you know what? I don't know. I just don't know how to make it permanent. They should have those banner phones just in case of, I'm gonna make you the moderator. Okay, fine, cool. um, but we had the conditions, just that. Okay, they should have those small phones, Terrence. They should have those banner phones, small phones. You know, as I was explaining, the first time I saw sexual activities was when I was in grade 8. Grade 8 is like you're 13 years old. A kid came with a phone and they were playing those sexual videos. And he was showing us he had no business having a cell phone and playing those videos. What if he acted on whatever was happening there and then he managed to convince us? I mean, we were still kids, guys. I think if you buy your child a cell phone, a certain responsibility has to fall on you to monitor your child's cell phone. But the problem is most people, uh hi, most parents, wait, Terence, I'm going to talk about this. The problem is most parents, I think African parents, let me just say this, we don't regulate our kids' phones. We don't do that. We don't. You just let your kids run wild on the internet. I remember, I think it was back in 2019. I went through my mom's phone. My little sister was using it. At that time, she was like 11 or 12. There were men, old men, luring her to meet them. What if I had not monitored my mom's phone? What would have happened to her? We are lazy as parents to take responsibilities for giving our kids gadgets. I don't think we don't have any business giving our kids cell phones, guys. It's fine if you buy them a laptop. It's fine if you buy them a desktop. At least those ones, at least they do assignments. I guess for schoolwork. Yeah, they're growing fast. They're growing fast. But that should not stop us from being responsible parents. I'm saying this because I wish these are pretty much the things I wish my mom did for me. And I feel like I should say, fortunately, I lived in an era where cell phones were just there, but the family couldn't afford them, so I was fine. And I was pretty much disciplined with cell phones, I should tell you. Like I remember while I was in varsity, I would literally delete Facebook, WhatsApp, and any other social media network when it was exam time. Yes. So would your kids still do that? Kids these days don't know how to live without social media. Yo, I don't know what this message is saying, and there is not auto translate here. So in the process, I wonder how my kids, will feel about this. If I'm like, I've already told Emmanuel. Emmanuel is 3 years, by the way. I converse with my son. Thank you. Thank you. I converse with my son, guys. I like everything from financial decisions, even if it's just small decisions. I converse with him. And I remember this other day, he was like, I need my own phone. You know how kids are, right? And I'm like, no, no, we're not getting the phone. I'm gonna buy you a smaller one. And he's like, Tuku Tuku. Tuku Tuku means smaller one. I'm like, yes, the smaller one. A small phone where if I want to call you and you want to call me, I'll be able to get hold of you. That's it. But on the other front, I'll just buy you a laptop or I'll just buy you a desktop for schoolwork. And then maybe after you go to varsity, definitely I'm getting you a cell phone. Because yeah, as much as I want you to have a cell phone and stuff, I feel like it'd be a lot of distractions. And sometimes even if I do manage to monitor the device, there are things that will escape the loophole. They will escape me. Okay, my hobby, you know what? This thing has been asking me questions. Don't, if you are here on this live, guys, please ask questions in English. I only speak English, English, and my native language, and I do hear a bit of Sepedi, a bit of isiZulu, yeah, on that front. So if you come here with your Chinese, your Mandarin, your Korean, your Japanese, I won't hear you. But I wonder if would I be a horrible parent for saying this? Because I don't want my kids to be corrupted, guys. I don't want my kids to be corrupted by today's world. The things I'm seeing kids do these days, small kids, the things they're doing, they're smoking, they're dating. I can't be having um adult talk with my daughter or my son while he's like 8 years old because the world has made it so normal to expose those things to our kids. I can't do that. And it's so crazy when I think about it. Like, I might have to have this conversation so early on. Yes, coming in. Ah, I might have to have this conversation. Never thank you. Ah, she doesn't come back, this woman. Yeah, I know. Bob Banga going my children. Bye. I can't be having this conversation. If I showed you the kids, it's just that I wish these kids would allow me to like interview them. It's just that hey, they're cheeky. They're cheeky. Manuel, dan right. Aya. Ilan I'm about to bath. Amba. Ilan I'm about to bath. And pun amba. Mwah. Then funa. Then funa nikuvuga. Nikuvuta. Oh. Ndikubvita ndikubudza ava vati uri hatinganorenga ifoni ine ndidandangana kufoni kutukutuku kutukutuku that small one nekula aingujiyokula nizumbedzi yes he already understands. Zwivili. Zwivili means two. Two zwivili. Zwivili. Ndi zwiraru izvo. Ndi zvifono. Okay. Foni yoyetisa sowa. Yoyetisa sowa. Okay. Yeah, my girl. I shame. Live every day. This is live. Guys, my sister is here. Another Mulano. Where are you from? I'm also from South Africa, guys. I'm South African. So I'm telling my sister that she doesn't come back. She left here at home literally at around 8 or 7. She's back now at it's 5. I'm in Limpopo. I'm Venda. I'm Venda. No, Mona. Ukorwara. Utongo namkhushana. I think she has fever or something. Batho ba sa boihoshe. Tina siya. Nay mana. This one ain't phone. This phone. Those is the small phone that I'm talking about, guys. Those is the one. I think kids, our kids, we should buy those ones for them. Oh, then you should definitely follow me on Facebook. Facebook, I'm more personal. Hey. Okay, I'm not right. Then you should follow me on Facebook under the same name. Facebook, I'm more personal, I'm more intimate, and I connect more with the people from YouTube. I remember this other woman. She hit me up the other day, and she was asking about my breastfeeding journey and stuff. Since most of you are new here, I've stopped for some reasons. No, I no longer make breastfeeding videos. I used to, and I didn't realize that there were actually people who were being helped by them or shedding some light for them. But she made me realize that maybe I shouldn't have stopped. I should have overlooked the bad and focused on the good. What do you think? What do you think? There were a lot of men that were making it more sexual, and it just didn't feel safe for me or my daughter. Because for me, it was just showing the sort of like showing the Western world that breastfeeding is normal and should not be seen as something that was really disgusting. And guys, that woman really was very thankful. She was very grateful for those videos. And I was like, maybe I should do them again. I should educate other women who were like as clueless as I was, because I had to be educated by other people. I'm a tamba. Tamba na yini? Mother pesa I wanna be. He's speechless. Why? Why? What do you mean? My son is weird. It's very weird. So normally we start our routine, our night routine around this time. Yeah, around 5 or 5:30, depending on the season. But now it's summer, so 5:30 we normally start our routine. So my son here is asking about that, and also saying that I should not pour any cold water on his hot water. Does that make sense? It does not make sense, guys. Really? Fatkhana. Okay. So, Manuel, no kanya gurahay nam say. No. Ang tudurahay. Gurumi. Kagatamba. Ang gutamba. Kita pala siya sige. Chisi be sige. Ma pura agay. Ma pura. Nungko to dorone. Ano kanya gudora baby oil? You guys, I love you too. Meet you on Facebook. I believe it's now. Yeah, if you do meet me on Facebook, guys, I really appreciate it if you're from YouTube, to tell me that you're from YouTube, because I love my YouTube family. I know my YouTube family is okay. So if you from YouTube, and you do decide to get in touch, just say you're from YouTube. I love my YouTube family. Yo, Emanuele. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice. Gimme. This thing smells horrible, guys. I'm sorry, but this baby bum thingy smells. Oh, oh, no ways. It smells very horrible. My son wants to bath, and he's so fiercely independent that these days he doesn't want me to wash him. He wants me to just dress him up. That's it. The actual bathing, he wants it. He wants to do it himself. I don't know. Okay. Why do kids want to like take Vaseline? Let's just say take the Vaseline and spread it all over their face. And even if you try to take it away, they still wanna take it and use it on the same spot. No, no, that's not nice. You should come and say hello. Danny, hello. I think go tamba. Hello. Dan gapa. Gapa tambet. You want to Okay, cool. Yeah, hello. Then could disappear. Hello. Could disappear. Nggak disappear. Nggak disappear. Nggak ditan. Nggak ditan. Tambah. Nggak tambah. Oh, the rules nggak tambah. You know, I've created a monster here in the in our family. Like, if you sleep without bathing, that monster will come and take you. And I remember yesterday, right? You know, it was very cold. Before I bathed the kids, it was not raining, right? But while I was in the middle of bathing the kids, it started raining like hard. It was raining badly. And then I was like, I had to first put Lily down to sleep. And then I was like, I'm not bathing. Okay. Yes, I'm South African. I'm like, I'm not bathing, right? And then my son was like, but the monster would come and take you away. And I was forced like, okay, maybe I was supposed to bath because if I did not bath and my son finds me in the morning, he's obviously gonna know the monster is not real. Suzanne Foster and Gangi. Hey la. Ah, wait, mommy. Ange, Kelly. He is gonna know that the monster is not real. So while it was raining cats and mouses or whatever, I was forced to bath. I bathed and I was shivering like crazy. And by the time I finished, my son was sleeping. So that little monster is backfiring on me because as much as it helps me to make sure that I bathe Emmanuel every single night. I also can't take a break. Lily, what are you doing? Hmm? Ugh, my baby girl is having fever. This girl is fever. She's having fever and she can't sleep down. Didn't sleep much last night, and I'm pretty much sure I'm not gonna sleep today as well. What time is it? Oh, it's 5, guys. Told you 5 o'clock we start our night routine. So same time tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram under the same name, Zwivhuya Matshepe. I use and the profile pic is the same thing. So follow me there, that side. And you know what? Like I said, get in touch with me. We connect that side. Bye. Let me start our night routine before the monster get us.